can it be true? And I hope I'm not jinxing it by doing this. Can it be true that is the final tractor start for 2025? So while I'm waiting for my GPS to kick in, just happened to look over at my outdoor temperature. A little different than last 2 days. I'm actually gonna have my heater on this morning because yesterday, I don't know if you can remember, but we were in that 95 to 102 range, I believe. Today, outdoor temperature 50 degrees Fahrenheit. So we've dropped just about 50 degrees. So it's a little chillier out this morning. It is supposed to warm up a little bit, but overall the next few days look much fresher. Is that a good word? It's not going to be quite so crisp. And I actually didn't mind the temperatures, but yeah, got a little bit of a cooler snap here now for about 3 or 4 days. Okay, so we're starting off not great. I got my GPS down where it's doable. If I go by where it's saying I'm out 30 inches right now, I have to go for a walk. Something's not making sense. It's, generally speaking, in our strip trail, it's pretty easy to tell because I've got 5 rows here that weren't driven on a corn, and no, I've done a little bit here, so I've driven on them now. But if you look 100 feet up, there's 5 rows right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the middle of my tractor should be here. So I'm not sure what's going on, but what we're gonna have to do is see where my last row is. Because I don't want to, really don't care to have a row miss. I'm thinking I'm walking on the road to the last row, but I'm gonna go up far enough that I know for sure. This one has definitely not been seeded. You can see no tell. It looks like there's beans gonna be here. Oh my word, look at that, the guy's swollen already. Okay, this is incredible. These beans were seeded, let's go 12 hours ago, 15 hours ago. So that's kind of cool. Anyway, so that row has been seeded. My next row should be here. My tractor should be right, but my GPS is saying I'm out 30 inches. So that never happens until today. So it's not a big whoopie-doo. I'll just have to snap a line or whatever and get her figured out. Glad I caught that before just driving, because otherwise I would have ended up with one row somewhere that didn't get seeded.
Good morning. Well, it is a lot cooler day. Yesterday we were hitting, last couple of days we've been hitting all-time highs. Believe it or not, us in southern Manitoba were the same temperature as it was down in Texas. So that was hot, like really hot. For May for us, that's it was a little ridiculous. But today it's a little cooler. It's right around 20 degrees, I think it's supposed to get to. And again, a bit windy, which isn't fun. And tomorrow they're still calling for us to get now, yeah, in that probably more than that 2 to 3 inches of rain. So we'll see what we get. The rain will be welcome. The temperatures are supposed to really drop close to freezing, and that is not what we want. But it is what it is. We can't do anything about it. So anyway, Daryl's finishing up the last of the soybeans. I've got some land leveling to do. The boys are feeding the cows, and yeah, we'll see how that new driveway works. We're gonna follow Quinn in. He just got the wagon loaded. We're gonna follow him in and see how that works. All right, so I think the tightest spot that we're gonna drive is right here in the driveway. It's definitely a tight squeeze. And that's what I kind of had figured, so we might actually have to come in here and trim down the edges. Get rid of, do some chainsawing. But he's made it. This part is done. In the yard here, we've got ourselves, there's an old house here that the basement's still good, the house on top of the basement is not. And we've got some plans here that what we're looking at doing here in the yard. Again, we're not sure whether it'll be this summer or in a couple summers down the road, but yeah, we'll see. The plan is I need our water and hydro are in this building. The house is basically, the house on top of the basement is basically finished, but my water and power are all in the basement, and we need to keep that heated in the winter to keep our water. So that kind of sucks. And we've thought about putting a building on, getting rid of the house, putting in a different building on top, and then putting biotechs up here and doing our timing right here. But this worked out really good, I think.
My row 15 is being a bugger again. It's like, well, it's a day and a half. Just the silliest little things. I can't make a round without something going screwing in. So what happened again? Yep. I don't get it. No logic to this. There's this right full. It should not be right full. I'm not sure what is going on. Not talked about a whole lot yet this year. I'll take a second because having that washer made me think of it, is our upgrade on our wheels. So one thing that they've not been in muddy conditions, so we have not probably tested these things out the way whatever I was preparing for. However, the concept of them I still like. As you can see, finding that little washer release made it a whole lot easier. You can see our disc sway easier inside. There's lots of things about it that are liking or that are conveniences, but the general purpose is for mud, and that we've not had. Now these things here, the closing wheels, they've been awesome. I absolutely love them. The only thing, there's two things. First thing is when you walk around, you got to be careful because you nail yourself on here. But they're sharp and they tend to hurt. So that's the one thing. And the other thing is at the beginning we were having a couple of problems with bearings that were going out, and we talked to Jens over at Play Bottom, and we got that problem figured out, so we should be good. So, but what they're doing is closing. We have not had any issues at all. Again, being that we're drier, it's not as big of a problem. Oh, again, look at these beams, all swollen. Anyway, the one thing that happens is when you get into a little tougher conditions, what happens is the seat disc opens, but the packing wheel isn't able to close it completely. So sometimes you'll get like an air lock or whatever. With these closing wheels, I have seen situations where our old backer wheels would have been like that, and we have absolutely nothing. So in so many ways they have solved some of our problems we've had. Absolutely loving them. And when you try anything new, there's going to be some glitches, but the guys at Play Bottom have been awesome, so that's not a problem. Yeah, just very, very stoked about how that's working. And it's actually kind of fun when you walk across the field. You can actually see little divots where the teeth go. So yeah, it's all kind of working pretty cool. And we're going to see if we can keep this thing working now. That's going to be the trick, because it is supposed to start raining tomorrow, and if it does, I would prefer to be done seating.
the gate. Everything is looking pretty good there, and we got a phone call saying Cargill was going to take our wheat. So Peter's off with the first load, and I'm loading up here with the second. Not sure how much we'll get done today because we had a lot of moving around to do. We had some oat seed in Peter's truck. We had to get that put back into the oat seed bin. And we had to get the auger here. A whole bunch of hustling or jockeying things around, but we got it. So we're loading up, and it is a beautiful day now. It is probably right around 20-22 degrees Celsius. It's a bit windier than I'd like, but rain's coming, colder weather's coming, so we'll take it. And by the sounds of it, Daryl is just about done seeding. He's got less than 20 acres left is what I last heard, so. Never a shortage, there's always things to do. And we also got a corn truck. Corn truck is coming to my place, picking up another load of corn this afternoon. So we still got a bunch of grain we got to move out. It's a good problem, but yeah. Like I said, always something to do. All right. We got some cables, front and back. Trailer both have some work that needs to get done before harvest comes around.
Okay, if you come down here and look, we are on the last pass. So, I'm getting so excited about that. And apparently it timed out. So we'll back up. Okay, we'll try that again. Like entrance and leadway into. Okay, we are on last pass. Can't tell just by that, so you gotta look on here. There together with there. And let's just go like that. And there you go. You can see I'm closing it in there too. So there we go. Last planting. And we are good. Oh man, I get to do it again. This distracted driving thing is just about going to drive me squirrely. Okay, we're going to try this a third time. We're going to turn my auto section control off because I do not want to have unseated stuff. So what happened in that situation was I had turned off some manual sections here because I was doing right against the road, and I had about 6 rows that I needed, not all of them. So just to make sure that I was getting it all, I wanted to overlap a little bit, so I turned my section control off and ran manual mode. So that all worked out good, but then I needed to remember to turn it back on. So that is where we're at. We are now officially trucking down. My lines are all going. You can see that we are closing things up. And the last pass, soybeans 2025 plant is on the works. So, which is kind of exciting. Another interesting tidbit is I think I have gone all day today without coughing. And that's going to pretty much be a first all seeding time. So I got a wicked cold right at the beginning, and I can feel it a little bit in my nose still, but I haven't been coughing today. So maybe, just maybe, this cold slash bug has finally worked its way out. So nothing like being under the weather for the good chunk of seeding time. So not ideal, thank goodness for modern sinus and pain meds that help us through, and we're good to go. So it's going great. And the only other regret that I have is because of all of the winds we've been having, I didn't get a whole lot of drone footage. In fact, I don't know if we got any drone footage planting this year, so that kind of sucked. But is what it is. It is that time of year, and got to get her done, hammered out, and make for the best. So, and now I'm just rambling. It's almost like I'm excited about the fact that we're going to be finished seeding here today. Okay, monitors are shutting down. Phone is off. We're at the shop, and it's time to do that. Dylan is needing a hand hooking up to the roller, so I'm gonna leave cleaning this thing up till tomorrow, just so I can get out there and help him get rolling, and then we'll go from there. But that is that for the time being. So it's been a good day. Everything took a little longer, it always does, but we finished, and that feels awesome.